Shalom. I want to start off by giving all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rokah, Kodash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and double honors to the elders, prophets, and teachers of GMS who rule well. Now, I myself am not a part of GMS, but through the power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, I was able to come across these brothers and get this 100% truth. Now, the Spirit was on me this morning to go into the hurricanes and the tornadoes again in another video addressing it. But it led me into a slightly different direction as I was going through the articles that I was reading. So I came across this article. Tornadoes are coming in bunches. Scientists are trying to figure out why. They already know the reason why, but nevertheless, they want to play these mind games, right? But after reading through the article, I ended up stumbling onto the news and analysis, right? But as you can see, they're trying to push their agenda with the whole global warming, right? But one part stuck out to me, man. It's the one at the top. The Environmental Defense Fund will finance research into technologies that could artificially cool the planet. An idea that until recently was viewed as radical, but is quickly gaining attention as global temperatures rise at alarming rates. So I ended up clicking on that, right? And get to this. Environmental group to study effects of artificially cooling Earth. The Environmental Defense Fund, entering controversial territory, will spend millions of dollars examining the impact of reflecting sunlight into space as global warming worsens. And I read down this article and got to this section right here. The group will fund what is sometimes called solar radiation modification or solar geoengineering, which involves reflecting more of the sun's energy back into space. Possible techniques involve injecting arsenals into the stratosphere or brightening the clouds to make them more reflective. The main part I wanted to focus on was the geoengineering, because that sounds very familiar. I don't know if you, Akim, have ever seen the movie Geostorm. If you haven't, you might want to check this out, because what they're doing in this movie, they're actually doing now, just on a smaller scale, right? Look into the movie Geostorm's plot. When a catastrophic climate change endangers Earth's very survival, world governments unite to create the Dutch Boy program, a worldwide net of satellites surrounding the planet that are armed with geoengineering technologies designed to stave off the natural disasters. Did you hear it? That geoengineering technologies, man. Esau Edom don't put shit in their movies for no reason, man. Usually when you start seeing shit in movies, it's because they're already dabbling in it. But guess what? Geoengineering also goes into cloud seeding and chemtrailing. Cloud seeding and chemtrailing. Number one is they have the machines that shoot up the clouds into the air. And then another one, they have the plane fly over the cloud and drop, shit into the cloud that causes it to rain as well. Now, of course, Esau Edom claims that he only uses this for humane purposes, It's only used to stave off droughts, man. Obviously, Esau can be trusted. Me personally, I'm not going to trust them. But hey, if you do, kudos to you. And for those of you who might be skeptical, say Esau Edom ain't got the technology to do that, let's check something out.
Here's where it's also going to get controversial, perhaps. Cloud seeding is something that I studied in school for meteorology, weather modification. Back when I went to school, it was like, I've poo-pooed a little bit. It was too expensive. It's not efficient enough. Well, guess what? When you get desperate and then technology gets better, 20 years later, here we are. Cloud seeding is ramping up so big. You see me there showing that flare on the plane. They send silver iodide into the clouds, and then it makes it snow more. So they can't make a cloud, right? But they're taking storms that are already there and then giving it a little boost. So that part's not new. What's new is they have hundreds of these ground cloud seeders. So they're actually puffing the silver iodide with a flare. And you see, I think I have a picture of the actual ground cloud seeder into the air. That thing sits all over the Rocky Mountains, all over the American West. 10 states are doing this. And I wanted to tell this story because my friend Russ is the state climatologist of Colorado. And he said, you've got to see what's happening with cloud seeding. It is huge, and it's only getting bigger by next year.
And we know that things can change. We saw it during the pandemic. There was,
See, they had to put a Jake in there, man. They had Whoopi in there so that she could be the part to influence the Jakes out there into accepting this wickedness. And yes, cloud seeding is wicked, is actually a lying wonder, and we're going to get into that. Let's get into these scriptures. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. And it has already happened, man. That's us falling out of our heritage and who we are. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And we already know that's going into Esau, Edom, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called power, or that is worship, so that he as power sitteth in the temple of power, showing himself that he is power. We can go into that Obadiah real quick before we continue. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith Yahweh power. Concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small. It's talking about Esau, Edom, among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. And you can see it happening now, man. Esau, Edom is being despised all over the whole earth, being exposed, not only by others, but by their own people. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And that's that pride, man. This is just proving the pride that Esau, Edom have. That's how you know that shewing himself that he is power. You know that that's talking about Esau, Edom, man. That's that pride. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. And he is revealed. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he that now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And that's Yahweh letting this happen, letting Edom constantly get more and more prideful, letting Edom do his damage, man, so that he can fully and thoroughly destroy him. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And that's going into when Yahushua, it's like it, when Yahushua returns, he's going to return, and it's going in, and that brightness is going into them ICBM missiles when that judgment comes. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. It's not saying that it is Satan. It's after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. Guess what? That cloud seeding is a lying wonder. Just like that jump shot everybody took, that was a fucking lying wonder. And there were those who didn't take it. So guess what? He's going to bring in another lying wonder, and that's your cloud seeding. Now, remember that girl said they're injecting silver iodide into the clouds, man. Now, listen to this. It is a chemical compound used in a medical industrial setting. While it is generally non-toxic to humans, exposed to large amounts of silver iodide can cause various symptoms, including nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, skin irritation, eye irritation, respiratory problems, and headaches. I'm gonna start at the bottom of the list. I'm gonna go through a headache first. Migraines are getting worse, and experts cite climate change as why. Let's drop down some. According to a recent study in the journal Headache, migraines are nearly twice as debilitating, Salakia, today as they were in 2004, man. And guess what? It's climate change. Pretty sure it has nothing to do with silver iodide, you know. Let's go respiratory problem. Now look at the CDC playing slick hand, boy. We do not anticipate producing additional respiratory disease outlooks during the remainder of 2023 and 2024 season. You're not fucking running away from this, Esau. Simple Google on respiratory diseases. Asthma came up first. Let's grab that. And would you look at this? Against this optimism is new evidence linking increasing asthma prevalence and exacerbation in children to climate change. That damn climate change is at it again. And as of 2024, the greatest concern regarding childhood asthma in the future is now the effects of an increasing hostile environment, man. What you got to understand is that climate change is their new target, man. It's their scapegoat for all this shit. They're going to blame everything that's happening due to silver iodide on climate change, man. But we're not done, but I'm getting close to running out of time, so I'm going to have to make a part 2. And with that, shalom.